Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny, and today I am starting off my reading vlog for The Rules of Fortune by Danielle Prescod, and this is my fresh read for the month of September. This book is part of Mindy's book studio, which seems to be some sort of I don't know if it's an imprint of Amazon or through Amazon or something like that. I'll probably look into that a bit more so that I can mention it later when I check in. I am 47 pages into this so far, and this is a novel that is set around the Carter family. William Jr. is the patriarch, and he is a billionaire, and we open with his death. And from there, his daughter and son and wife's perspectives are also shared on that same day. And his daughter was making a little documentary film about him for his 70th birthday. And through that film, she started discovering different things, different parts of his life that were kind of hidden or secret before. And so the novel tells that you get some emails, you get some little letters that she's getting from different people as she's doing her investigation that are kind of peppered in between the chapters that are divided up by perspectives. And so we're kind of following this little mystery of who this man was before he became a billionaire, and uncovering the realities of the childhood that was by no means idyllic. It wasn't really a loving family. It was a family of ambition. It was a family of expectations, and kind of uncovering the mystery behind that. So I will check in again with you when I have reached halfway. Hey everybody, good morning. So I am halfway through The Rules of Fortune, a novel by Danielle Prescod. And this is good. It's fine. I wouldn't say that I'm loving it necessarily, but I think that it's very readable, and it's, telling the story of this family, the Carter family, in a pretty relaxed way, alternating perspectives between the four members of the family: the father, the mother, the daughter, and the son. And there's kind of an underlying message in this story about wealth, and about accruing wealth, and about being a Black family in the United States who are accruing wealth. And so those are kind of the main themes of the novel. But it's revealed in a pretty slow pace, I would say. So I think that for some people, the pace of the book might be a bit too slow, and not have enough kind of intrigue to it. There is kind of a mystery as to how the father accrued his wealth, which the daughter is uncovering. And you find out little snippets of the mother's past life, the father's past life. Even though the father passes away at the beginning of the book, you still get his perspective because time jumps slightly, just a few months before the death. So I think overall, it's not a book that's hard-hitting, trying to tackle the, the reality of racism in the United States, but it's presenting it in a way that is matter of fact. So it's like, this is just the way it is. And it's presenting it in a way that is, I think, really manageable for an average reader to consume. I am not someone who finds a hard message difficult to deal with in a novel. I know some people want it to be a little bit spoon-fed, a little bit like alluded to, but not blatantly said. I don't mind blatantly said things. So for me, maybe it's a little bit more subtle than I would gravitate towards normally. But I think that this is, when you're looking at I think she's a fairly young writer, and she's not writing in a, hardcore literary fiction way. She's writing in a more contemporary fiction way. Then I think that this fits the bill and it tells the story. Like I said, is it a super compelling story that's a page turner? I wouldn't say that it is, but it is still, holding my interest. It is still engaging me enough with the depth of the characters that I want to continue reading it. So, that's to its benefit for me. So that is halfway through Wheels of Fortune, and I will check in again with you when I have finished it. Hey everybody. Okay, I finished The Rules of Fortune by Danielle Prescod. I don't have much more to add from when I checked in the beginning, like in the midway section. I think I actually started to like this book less as I read on, unfortunately. It's just really the vibe of it. I feel like it didn't hold enough context. I mean, it's got a lot going on, and I didn't feel like all the parts worked. This book is about people with questionable morals doing questionable things, and the rules of fortune are mentioned several times. So it's about this complex world of being rich and privileged, and how even when you are someone who is deemed to be part of the unprivileged group, you are not like immune to following these rules. Like the rules apply to whoever takes on this world of being rich and being a billionaire. But everyone ends up, I don't know, like it's not that, like the mysteries and the secrets are unveiled in a very conventional way. The outcome is not very satisfying because everyone is, bows down to this sense that the comfort of the rich people and the status that they've accrued is more important than the morals that they break or the bad things that they're doing in the world. And two of the characters are like somehow supposed to be, even though they're complicit, they're supposed to be forgiven for this because they're trying to be good. And I think, in a lot of ways that is realistic in terms of the way the world works, the capitalism world, the world of rich people. But it's also deeply unsatisfying to read about because it feels like this very, like it doesn't feel like this makes any sort of true statement or any sort of real reflection on this. It's just like reflecting, it's just telling you what the world is. And do we need to read a book about what the world is when the world is one that's very frustrating? And I mean, I guess some people want to read about the world as it is. And I guess this book in some ways is very realistic, but I think for me, like, the story just wasn't entertaining, and like it didn't have, I just didn't connect with any of the characters. I didn't care about what was going on with them. I didn't feel the depth of their moral dilemmas. And then the characters who were the downtrodden characters ended up being manipulated into, some sort of viewing of people doing morally reprehensible things as just humans. They're all just humans, so let's just be nice to everybody, and they're all just doing their best, and we can't hold them accountable, so let's just, and that feels to me like business as usual. It feels to me like you can't hold them accountable, so why try? And I don't know, that's not a very satisfying book or story. It's not a satisfying story. So, so overall, this was just not a book that I particularly enjoyed as a fresh read. I don't think I'll read any more of Danielle Prescod's work. I feel like, some people in the reviews wrote that it was well written, and I would say that at the beginning the writing was fairly good, but then as it went on, some of the similes, some of the comparisons that she was making got really, really flat, and then the characters started to get really, really flat, and they didn't have any sort of depth, and then all of the twists and turns and secrets as they were revealed became less and less impactful, because you're just like, okay, throw in this trope here, throw in that trope there. So it didn't really, I don't know, it just didn't really hit home with me. So that is The Rules of Fortune by Danielle Prescod. If you read and enjoyed this, I would love to hear your opinion. And I'm not sure if I'll read more from Mindy's book studio. I'm not sure that the books included in this collection are really my type of books. Yeah. So that is it for this Fresh Reads vlog, and I will be back again in October with another one. Thank you so much for watching.